Okay, who is ready for the grand finale tonight? This is it. This is the piece de resistance. This is my favorite. You've seen me share this. If you follow me on social, you see me share it. You can follow me either on Facebook or Instagram. I'm also on YouTube as well as in Pinterest, and it's always Purty, P-U-R-T-Y, Partay, P-A-R-T-A-Y. That is the same brand that I use for my Etsy shop too, so I just have kind of kept it consistent. But sometimes you see little sneak peeks, and that's where I announce my classes first. So I am working on building my website and a blog. That's probably going to be a little longer adventure, but I am working on it. So are we ready for this? I know several of you are super excited about this. Okay, so in your kit, there is a lot in this card kit, okay? You have all of the fringe, because you need all the fringe for the card. It's wider than you need, and that's specific for a reason. And then you should also have, of course, mine's not in here. I know that they were in here for my class cards. Oh, lady, where are you at? Here you are. All right, so you have this. So the first thing you want to do is take this card that just says cheers to you, and you want to put it in facing with the flap down. Okay. All right. And then we want to get it as tight as possible to the corner. So I'm going to kind of push this in and over. And the first thing I'm going to do here is take my tear and tape, and I'm going to put tear and tape that is, I want to make sure that this is straight, so I don't really have this perfectly straight, so I'm going to push that in there. I'm going to put tear and tape on the back so you can't see it. It's okay that it didn't go all the way to the edge on this one. And then I am just going to flip and attach. Okay, flip and attach. That's all going to get tied down, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside right now because we need to build out our stuff. So like I said before, there's a good side and a bad side. You can see the back's a little rough, the front is not. So we're just going to start here, and we are going to start gluing these on. I actually think, because I want them to pretty much hold, I'm going to line it up to see, which it actually needs to be 4 inches, but I'm going to line it up because sometimes when you put these in your cutter, it wonks the edges out, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off, and then I'm going to use tear and tape on this card. This is the main reason that you got tear and tape, was this card for this project. I wanted to make sure that you had some really good adhesive and that you weren't trying to substitute most of your other stuff. You can substitute, it's not a problem. But I wanted this one to be perfect for you. Might be my favorite little card out of the whole class. Okay. Now, don't throw these away. Save these. You're gonna need those, okay? And let's start. We're just gonna start layering, okay? The next color is the blue. Same thing. I'm gonna figure out where I wanna cut it. You can kind of look here. So I just cut it right there. See where that split? And then you can just take this up and go waka, 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 waka. And then we don't have a big gap on each color, maybe about 1/4 of an inch. So just put that on there. Next color is the Berry Burst, I believe this is called. Berry Burst, yes, it is Berry Burst. So same thing, I'm gonna figure out where I end. I think I wanna end that one there. So I can just go straight up in between those, right there. Pop that aside. Okay. Put my adhesive on, my masking tape. Again, layer it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is handmade. It's supposed to be fun. Oh, I was supposed to put the other blue on. That's all right. We're gonna do it a little wonky. I went out of order. Ta-da! I meant to do that. You do not have to do everything that I do directly. You do this how you want to do it. This is your opportunity to shine and be creative. So keep that in mind. Does not have to be exactly like mine. Again, like I said, I would like you to share what you do that's not exactly like mine. That's totally cool. Oops. Telling you, you got the best version of me. I'm in my best behavior today. I even cut that one a little too short, but it's okay. I think when you're done, you won't even notice. And then the last one, the piece de resistance, is this pink. And we are going to cut her right here. All right, and that's okay that that one has the white on the top because we are actually going to cover that with ribbon. So let's just cut that little, trim that little piece off. I got that a little too long. I don't need that. Okay. I'm really late night stamping in here. I probably should turn on the overhead light. So I hope that this is, probably should have been better light. It was late. It was light when I started. I do have two really good lights going though. All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these. Okay, so I can put my shaker together. I'm going to put my ribbon on here. And we're going to use some blue on my blue. Find my blue. We're just doing a knot. We're going to go ahead and tie all the way around on this one just because it's got a lot of layers and everything, and I want it to hold it together, so it's going to give it a little more security. That's all. And we're going to get this knot as far as we can over to the one side, and I'm going to flip that ribbon so it's laying flat. Use my finger to hold it in place. Okay. All right, and because we did that on the edge, we can kind of like wrap it if we need to. We can pull it over. And then I noticed that this is a little bit off the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that as well, just so that that's covered there. And I'll take all that off. Okay, and then let's cut this up. Oh, not using my ribbon scissors. The heck. See how that magic we have? And the other one was like gnawing at it. Okay. I need to stop, do a cleanup. Stop and clean up on Aisle Elizabeth. Okay, in your package, you got a little baggie of bling. You don't have to use it all. You could save it so you can make another card, because remember, you will have enough paper. You just won't have like the patterns and the die cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit in there and save that, because we are going to supplement. We are going to supplement our blingy and our shakes with this. I'm just going to grab one of my little handy dandy tart pins over here that I use. Sorry. And I'm going to cut my bling so it, or my little extra, so it's going in there. It's also going everywhere, but that's okay. And if I want to add more, I can, or I can pick up off the paper. So I'm just adding these. So this had a little bit on the edge, didn't go all the way through. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Same on this one. Oh, I might want a little bit more. I'm gonna cut a little bit more green, brighten that up a little bit. All right, so I made my confetti. I made a little mess around it as well. Totally okay. If you met me, I am a messy stamper. Okay, so I am going to open that up and I am going to pour that in. So that's there. So you've got your bling. Now, if you want to add more bling, you can. I'm not going to today because the fact is that my other one might have had a little too much. I mean, a little, maybe, maybe not. Is there ever too much when it comes to... Okay, so I taped this one down earlier, so that's already set and that's holding. You want to give yourself, I don't know, maybe about a ½ inch and cut off the top, okay? And there's two things we're going to do is we are going to take some tearing tape and we are going to put it on the inside. So it's not probably going to go all the way across. So I'm just going to open this up. You could also, like, I don't know, pull this up so that all gets in there. Okay, put that back in there. Okay, so I am going to put this little piece of tape in here. It's on the inside. I'm just doing my best to seal this so that it doesn't go anywhere because we cut that adhesive off the top, okay? Okay, so there's one step. You can also take a little tiny piece to help you here on this corner that wants to be all floppy and add that here. You're just doing your best to adhere this as best as possible. And then last but not least, from edge to edge, you are going to put tearing tape on the back of the card on the outside of the cellophane envelope, okay? So you've got it all the way across. I did my best to get all my blings onto the front as much as possible. I'm gonna take this and I am going to fold this over, okay? So I did give it a little bit of a seal between the two, and now you've got this great shaker. Look at how easy that was. And you can see I was much more conservative with it, and I still have plenty of bling in there to shake with. So now to finish our card, we're again gonna use tearing tape because this is kind of heavy now, and we wanna make sure it holds to the front of your card. So I'm gonna do a big kind of an X. I'm gonna do top to bottom diagonally, and then I'm gonna do with the break in between because I'll need to be able to get this waxy edge off. You can see the tearing tape works really easy. It's easy to manipulate. And we're gonna take all of these off. Oops. Okay. And then we are going to layer this on the front. All right. And now you've got your shaker, and we're going to assemble our card. So we are going to start here with this. Make sure I got all the junk kind of off of it. If you wanted to, you probably could have trimmed a little bit off the top of that pink, but I didn't, and it's totally okay. Okay, so this is going to go flat on the card base. Centered it as best as possible. I am struggling making that straight tonight, aren't I? Okay, there we go. Looks like, I think the colors were all kind of blending together for me. I was having a hard time with that. Okay. All right, so we've got that on there, and then we are going to add this on here with some, of course, most used word. Don't forget, go back and watch the other video if you forgot. All right, we are going to put this on, oh, like right there. And then of course we are going to finish it off with, I don't know, I feel like I didn't use that many of these things as I thought I did. So there's a lot left. I might have put some on the inside of some of the other cards, but I don't see that I have my stars left. So we're gonna do this. Cheers to you. I had the cheers to you. I don't know, that yay, yay, yay might be cute to do inside a card. But so's this balloon. So maybe I'm gonna put that balloon there, and I've got some extra, because of course we didn't use it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw another balloon on. You can do what you wanna do. I didn't do this in my original round, but looking at my stickers, I have a lot. You have a lot that you can use on the inside of your cards, or you can save for other cards. It's up to you. You can also use the leftovers from this kit. They make great scrapbook pages. So if you have done any of the scrapbooking that has like the pockets on it, this is the perfect product for those, because the little cards are 3x4 and the big cards are 4x6. So there we go, we're all done. It's my over-the-top finish to the night, my grand finale, like when they play all the fireworks at one time. We did it all at once. So send me a note, tell me what you thought. I hope that you have enjoyed your class, and will join me again. I'm still working on my next date. It will be probably in early October. I have just deemed it might be too early for Christmas, but I'm not sure. So if you don't think it's too early for Christmas, send me a note. But I look forward to seeing you again.